Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music as a musician myself. Today is the return of a little game called Final Fantasy XIV. This song is called Whoa, That Is Madness, requested by Kalinin. And just as a heads up, because I'm sure people are going to ask, this footage has absolutely nothing to do with the song. It's just that the requester sent a static link, and Square requires footage of the game. So this footage was given to me by a friend, so it has nothing to do, which in a way I'm actually kind of glad, because that means I have zero context. But anyways, just in case you were confused, nothing to do with it. So I have no idea where this plays in the game. Anyways, Masayoshi Soken. Final Fantasy XIV, Whoa, That Is Madness. This is the first time I even hear the song. I don't hear any comments talking about it, no other requests for it, so maybe one of the less popular ones. Let's begin. Whoa, That Is Madness. It's been a long time since I've seen nothing in here. Bass? Almost. So far, it doesn't really sound like anything I've heard from this game so far. And just based off of that, I'm going to assume it's more of a zone than a boss. I like the synth pads. Ooh. I was just about to talk about the percussion too, but I'll hold off now. Be vocal. Okay. One of the more electronic songs I've heard. I think this is where the bigger percussion comes in. I think. Doesn't last very long either. I believe this is now the third loop. Kind of a short song though. Meant to repeat a lot. interesting that the piano has a delay effect, so every time it hits one note, you hear it echo a little later. He's not going dun dun, just dun. It's the feedback, giving it more of an ethereal sound. I'm only getting one setting only from this. I'll explain at the end. I do like that they changed up the percussion though. That doesn't happen enough in songs. Usually they'll stick to like one pattern, one sound, and then just kind of ride with that. All right. Very interested in what the title means. Let me know what "Whoa, That Is Madness" means, because it's not the "whoa" that I think, which is like WHOA. This is WOE. I don't know if that means something. So once again, the footage that was here, I didn't see it because that's a separate file I have to import later. It has nothing to do with this. To give you an idea of what I'm looking at directly, it's all black image. It says Final Fantasy XIV, Heaven's Ward. It's like the kind of like the album, I think, like cover art, like you see on Spotify or something. So that's it. It's just a black image and like a demon on it. And all the letters are in Japanese. So, you know, it's extremely rare. I think it's only happened once before out of all my videos for 14, I should say, where I don't have any sort of footage because Square requires it, right? It's just the rules. So usually I see like, you know, action, a fight or moving around or something. Oh, I get nothing here. So, but that's kind of cool though, because it kind of gives my brain, you know, an opportunity to be free, so to say, and not be influenced by something, which, to be totally honest, I prefer it that way, but what can you do? I'm very good at having, like, I kind of direct my attention, even though, like, this is always here. I can definitely, like, focus away from it most of the time, and then look back at it later and you know, something like that. Anyways, overwhelmingly, now that I've heard around 70 songs, I know that's not a lot, but just bear with me, that is still kind of a lot at the same time from this game. I can maybe, I would hope, distinguish the difference between a boss theme and maybe a zone, or just walking around, just doing whatever. And this to me sounded like that. It sounded like a place. And at first it gave me the same vibes as like Civilization, like that whole woods section. But not in the setting, but in the type of ambience it gave me, I guess, with the choir you hear every now and then. But what I overwhelmingly got from this was very aquatic, or just the color blue just kept shooting at me. Blue, blue, blue. Maybe not aquatic or like underwater or something, but something with water. And the only reason I think that is just because the kind of freeform pianos with the delayed little ding, 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 all the ethereal type synth pads, everything sounds very... I can't explain it because it just sounds like water. There's a song that I use often on this channel as background music, and that's from an aquarium, and it has that same sound. So I always associate it with that, but it also just gives me that, you know, if I were to close my eyes and hear it, I would imagine, you know, underwater and all that. So I could be totally off, but that's what I got. And I'm taking that time to, like, or I should say I'm taking advantage of getting a guess, because I never get to really truly, I mean, I guess with 14 all the time, but like I said, it's very rare that I see nothing, or where the title is, you know, not giving me anything either, and it's also not as popular. So this seems kind of like a underdog type of, maybe it's a place that people don't like to go, maybe it's kind of boring. It is repetitive, so that's another reason I kind of think it's more towards like a big vast area that you're just in for a very long time. But that's essentially all I got. It's just water. So please tell me how wrong I am and tell me it's like a fire world or something, just so I can laugh. But overall, I just kept getting like water, smooth, aquatic vibes, and I don't know. That's pretty much it. So once again, ignore the footage that was being shown, and I guess the only context I have based on this thumbnail that I actually do see is that I guess it's from Heaven's Ward. So whatever that means. I don't know anything about 14, if you haven't noticed. But cool. Appreciate the 14 fans. They're always around and still kicking along with me. Let me know more about this song. And of course, tell me where it plays. Thank you, Callan, and thanks to everyone that you see here. My name is Jesse in the auditorium. Peace.